Hello friends, I am Vikram from eZeon Technologies. Welcome to my project work series based on Spring Framework. In my previous video session, I discussed about the user registration process and handling the exception properly. And in this today's video, I will talk about how to add new contact in your system. So for that, I have to prepare a contact form and in fact I need to create a new controller class here which is specific for the contact entity. So all the operations related to the contact will be added inside this contact controller. Then I will prepare one command, and I have been planning to reuse the Contact.java domain class as my command, so we can reuse the classes if possible. And then I need to handle the form submission, and then I will test the whole process, and finally I will handle the exceptions. So these are the 5 steps I'm going to cover up in this video. So let's begin. So this is my program. I'm going to add here a controller which is a contact controller. So this is new. Inside the controller package you can add a class here which is your contact controller, and I will make it controller using this annotation. It's a controller, and you can add here method. So this is public string. I have discussed here this contact form. So this is my form preparation. This is my contact form, and I can use here model M. So you need to bind here command, import this from UI package, and now you can bind here your command add attribute, and I call it command, and I'm planning to reuse my domain class which is my contact domain class. This is contact, import from the domain package, and I'm going to, this is contact object, and create that. Okay, now bind here, this is my contact. So I'm reusing here this contact domain class as my command, so no problem, we can do that. And now return to the view which is your JSP. So this is my JSP form view. So what is the JSP page we required here? So this is, let me write here this contact form, and this will be my JSP page, right? And we need to write the mapping here. This is request mapping, and this is the value and set here. I'm going to categorize all the user role based URLs under this user category. So users, and this is my contact form, right? So when you request from this URL, you will see a form, and this is the JSP page I required here. So go to the view and create one JSP page. So this is my contact form, right? And I'm going to copy the page from this registration. Okay, copy this registration form, and this is how we can see, and change the important things. So this is my contact form, and the things will be same. Just a minute. So this is the area I can reuse this for error displaying, and here I need to change this. So my form will be, this is a contact form, C form, and this page will be slash user slash contact underscore form. So this is my contact form, not this, sorry, this is my action. And what is the action URL we have planned here? User slash save contact. So action will be not this, just a minute, save contact save, and here I am going to copy this, and this will be your save contact. Just a minute, save contact, right? And the command will be same, no change here. So when you submit the form, your request will be submitted to save contacts. So this is not actually present right now. I will add this. So we required, what are the fields we required in contact form? You can refer this contact domain class. We required here name, phone, email address, and then remark, and these two values will be internally managed. So now create these fields here in your form. This is name, phone, email, then address, and we don't require these things, but we required here one field which is a remark. So I can copy this, just a moment. We have added one remark field here, so let me call this remark, and I can use here this, just a minute, I have to correct these things. This is name, this is phone, these are the command properties, this is email, this is address, and here I have to use remark. So these all are the command properties. So we have added here contact domain class as a command where all these properties are there. So name, phone, email, address, and then remark, all these fields must belong to the command. So this contact is my command here, and all the properties available, right? So then only your form data will be bind to the command properly, right? So it's ready, and now the submit button will be there, and I'm going to change this to save. I don't require this. So my form is ready. So let me display the form. So when you request from this URL, you will see one form. So how this will be displayed here? So let me re-log in here and add contact. So look at this, add contact. We have to add here link. So this link is prepared from a page which is your menu page. So go to the include, and inside this you will see a menu, and here you can add, this is your admin menu, and this is your general user menu, and here you can prepare the URLs. So I'm going to prepare here URL c:/URL, or you can use a string tag also for the URL. So I'm going to copy this. So this is URL for home page, this is URL for the user home. So I'm going to write it user home, and this will be your dashboard. So this is user slash dashboard. This is your first link, and you can pass here. Okay, similarly I can prepare few more links. So this is URL for the contact form, so C form, and I'm going to use here. Okay, and this will be your contact form. This is contact form, and this is the link we have added here, and these two links we have corrected, and we will add few more links in next session. So now refresh the page and check your link. Can we see here this contact form? Yes, I have got the, oh, I forget to change the title of this page. Don't worry, just go back to the page, and this is your contact form. Okay, now it's done. You can check this, it's a contact form, and we have added all the fields here: name, phone, email, address, and remark. Now the page is ready. When you submit this page, just enter some value here for testing. So I'm going to add here a contact, say Tapasya, and some detail, and eZeon.net, and check the, write the address here. This is Mumbai MS, and remark is college friend, right? When you submit this, your request will be submitted to save contact page, and we are getting here 404 because we do not have such action here, because we have not mapped this action. So don't worry, come to this and map it. So I'm going to copy this and just change. So this is your save contact, and the mapping will be save, what is the URL? It's save contact, and this model, okay, don't worry, this model can be reused here, and I don't require this. And what we have to access here. We have to access the command through the model attribute. We'll receive here command, and this command has complete data which is entered in your contact form, new contact form. So this is your contact you will receive here. So this is the contact, and this contact object has the detail entered in your form, and you can pass this contact to the service layer, which will take care the saving part, which can store the data in your database system. So do we have contact service here ready? So check this. This is your service package, and we have contact service interface, where we provided all the methods related to the contact entity: save, update, delete. And similarly we have the implementation class. So this is my contact service implementation, and I can use this. So look at this, configure the dependency here. So my dependency is, this is private, and contact service dependency you have to add here. See, we have to add here interfaces, not implementation class. The Spring IOC container will supply the implementation here internally. So auto wire just, so we have got the dependency, it's injected here. Now use here contact service, this is contact service, and then call this save method. This will save the contact, right? But one important thing we forget here, we need to specify the user, because the contact is a child entity, and you need to specify this contact belong to a certain user. So who is the user where this contact belongs? The person who has logged in your system, and that user you need to access here. So you can access that user using HTTP session, right? So this is HTTP session I am going to use. Just a minute, let me show you why we are accessing here HTTP session. When user is logged in, you can check this from user controller. When user is successfully logged in, this is the handle login part, and this is the area where user is successfully logged in, right? When user is successfully logged in, we have registered the logged in user details in a session using this add user method. Look at this, right? So you can, anytime you can identify the logged in user using this code. Look at this, the user is already bind with the session, the user ID is there and role is there. So this detail I need to access there, right? So I'm using here HTTP session, and you need to access here user ID, because the contact table, this is user ID, and you can access from the session dot get attribute using this user ID, and this user ID is actually your this user ID. So this is the user ID we have bind in session while user login, and that I'm going to access here. So downcast this. Okay, so this is the user, and this user you need to bind to the contact dot set user, because this is a foreign key you have to set here. So without this foreign key you cannot identify the where this contact belongs, in which user account this contact will be added. So this contact will be added under the user ID, which is a logged in user. So this foreign key is actually a logged in user ID, right? So this is now correct. So let me try this and test it. Now go back to this page. I'm going to log out and trying to log in here. So log in, this user is logged in. Now this is your add contact, and I'm going to add here contact. This is Tapasya. Some detail I'm going to add here related to this. This is the phone number, and email is Tapasya, and this is Mumbai MS. And now remark is, this is college friend, right? And now save this. Okay, the contact is saved here properly, but we forget to redirect user to the different page. So this is wrong. So contact is added in my database, no problem. You can check the contact table here. Look at this, the contact Tapasya is added here, no problem. But we need to handle this redirection part properly. So this is the wrong place where we redirected. So ideally we should go to the different page. So ideally after storing the contact, we should redirect user to the contact listing. So here I'm going to redirect user to contact list, right? Contact list URL. So this is wrong, and I'm going to prepare one URL here. This is redirect, and C list will be my contact list page. And what you have done here, so action will be, this is your the action will be your save. SV stands for save contact. So you are going to contact list after save action. So I will use this flag to display the appropriate error messages or action messages. So I'm going to use exception also. So this is try catch. When everything is okay, we'll go to the contact list, and if anything goes wrong here, this exception will be handled here, and we'll go back to the form. So what is my form? If anything goes wrong in this action, we'll go back to the contact form, and I would like to add here error message because the operation is failed. And here this is error is a attribute I'm using here, and add the error message, fail to save contact, right? This is the error message I'm adding here, and for internal reference I can print this exception. Okay, so in future the print stack trace will be right into the log, so no problem. So this is all correct here, but this page is still not present. This action is not available right now, contact list. So don't worry, I'm going to map here a contact list action. So just a minute. Here one more action I'm binding here. So this is your contact list page, and this will be your C list, and I'm going to just make it to do here because I do not have any page. So this is C list. I can use here this C list page. So this will be my JSP. This will be a JSP page. And do we have any C list JSP? No. So just quickly add that inside this view. Create one JSP page here. So just make it to do. This is a contact list, and this is to do because it is not completed, but this is already just a minute. This one is my controller. So when contact is saved, when it is successfully saved, we'll go to the contact list, and if anything goes wrong, we'll go back to the contact form along with the error message, right? So just test this process again. So this is my contact form, and I'm going to add here new contact. Just a minute. So this is my contact. One more contact I'm adding here. This is contact number and email nilesh@ezeontech.com, and address is, this is Pune, and this is MS, and remark is, this is school friend, and just save that contact. Okay, right? Look at this. So we reach to the contact list here because contact is saved, and you can check the flag here. This is C list, and now action is save. So we are in contact list after save action. So you can check this here, refresh this table. Look at this. So we have added here Tapasya and Nilesh. These two contacts we have added, and both the contacts belongs to user ID 1. And who is that user 1? Go to the user table and check the user 1. This one is a Vikram. So Vikram has logged in. Vikram user has logged in, and he added two contacts. So those two contacts are the Tapasya and Vikram. So Tapasya and Nilesh, these two contacts belongs to the user Vikram, right? So this is correct. And one more thing we can check here, if you write anything wrong, go back to this page and just a minute, okay, let me show you the error here. So if you do something wrong here, I'm going to make some mistake here. So how I can generate this error, I'm going to, just a minute, this is Vijendra. Let me use some valid data for testing. And email address is Vijendra at eZeontech.com, and this is address is Pune, this is Pune, and this is India, and this is remark is, this is a family friend, right? And now let me generate some error. How I can generate this error? We can generate this error using the size. I'm going to increase the size, data size here, just a minute, and the size of the name, okay, you can check this. Okay, the size is, name size is 50 and phone number size is again 50. So I'm going to use here this phone number. I'm going to use some wrong phone number here. So just a minute, let me write here some long phone number, right, which is out of the range 50, and now submit this. You will get the error message, failed to save contact, because something wrong in your data. And what is wrong, you can check the detail here from the database. In fact, you can use appropriate exception handling, MySQL data truncation error, right, data too long for column phone number, correct, right? And one more thing I can use here, data integrity constant violation, data integrity violation exception here, because we are using some wrong data. So this is the exception mapped by the DAO, Spring DAO framework, right? So this is how we can check the exception properly, and I'm going to use some correct detail here. So this is the correct detail, for example, and you can save this. So when the record is correct, you are taken to the contact list, and when something goes wrong in your data, you will be taken back to the form. And the important part, when something is failed in your contact form, you will be taken back to the form with the existing detail. It is not like your form is blank. So Spring is taking care of that all internally. So thank you very much for now. If you have any query regarding this discussion, you can ask, you can write in comments, and don't forget to subscribe my channel. Thank you very much for watching, and see you in next video.